welcome to a very special interview with Dr. Subramanian Swamy. Dr. Swamy, welcome back to NewsX. You know, I've been getting a lot of complaints that we haven't had you on our show for a long time.
Must be from my Twitter crowd.
Very
loyal. Huh?
Very loyal. They've been missing you.
Very young, very loyal.
So, giving into popular demand, welcome back.
Thank you.
And also congratulations, since we last met or had one of our chats, you've become member of the National Executive.
Yeah, well, I mean, since you have said congratulations, I have to say thank you, but it's all part of the routine movement in the party. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, it's an important position, but it's okay. I have held even higher positions in other parties before. Janata, which is the only other party I've been in.
Huh. But your induction, but there's also been a very significant dropout, Smriti Irani. What do you make of that?
I really don't know, because she's a very good minister and she's very efficient, and the officers tell me that she reads files and has a phenomenal memory of what is in any file. And I found her always very responsive to complaints. So maybe they wanted her to concentrate full time on governmental work and not.
You don't buy that one.
No, I really don't know, because she's a very capable person. I have very high opinion about her.
So you've read the media reports, no, saying that RSS pressure got her out, that she was flying too high too soon.
I doubt it, because she's been perhaps the most accommodative of the RSS intellectual requirements in the Human Resources Ministry. So I would be surprised, and I would have heard about it, but I have heard no such thing.
And other dropouts, somebody like Deepak Chopra or a lot of Advani loyalists.
Well, that yes, I suppose those are things which Mr. Amit Shah, being a new president, has a prerogative. It's up to him. I wouldn't like to comment on it, because I don't know what the circumstances are. If I go by media reports, I'll say Najma is also being offered a governorship and things like that. You see, I really don't know. I have no idea, frankly.
But is it true that you were offered the presidentship of the BRICS Bank recently?
Yeah, I was invited to the party president's residence in Akbar Road, and there was our Sangha BJP link Ramlal also present there.
And the offer was made? And
he said that the Prime Minister has waiting for your confirmation. We want to give you a very important post for which he holds it. He is very much committed to, because we are being given the first option of appointing a president. And we think that with your political background, your economics background, you'll be the right person. Well, of course, I would be out of Indian politics. That's the catch.
So that
but
offer was
more important, personally, when I left Harvard, and I was a professor at Harvard, I had made a mental commitment that never again I'll serve abroad.
Why is that?
Because India is the most exciting place in the world. People don't realize that the kinds of things you can do in the kind of position I'm in. It's possible to bring about big changes in a country. It's your own country. And I have very strong attachment to Hindu Renaissance. I like to see it happen in India. I'm successful in Ram Setu. Now I want to be successful in Ram Temple.
I think you're one person where Sonia Gandhi, Shashi Tharoor, even Modi, half the BJP will agree on. This is one name which builds so much consensus. Let's get him out.
Well, I don't know what. Well, I don't think Modi is in that kind of mindset that if I'm in the party, I'll be a headache for him, because our party is not a single person party.
There's
RSS there. No, not really. Sangha is a very mighty force. Without Sangha support, no election can be fought. I can tell you that. And given the degeneration and the corruption in our system, without the selfless workers of the RSS, in every village, every town, every state, it's impossible even to get started.
Was that one of the lessons of the Delhi debacle?
Well, I don't know whether RSS worked or not.
We are told they were unhappy with the Kiran Bedi choice, and so they didn't work.
Well, I don't think anybody is against Kiran Bedi personally. I think the sequencing was not proper. There's something called digestion, and she should have come maybe 4 or 5 months earlier. But she was reluctant. She was the one who held out till the last minute. So I think she's a very good, capable person, and she would have been a very good chief minister, in my opinion, particularly in law and order. But there were so many others whose aspirations had been built. Politics, you see, you have to take people along. You can't do it mathematically.
It's interesting to hear you taking people along.
Well, no. Wherever I've been, I've even had a small party like Janata. Nobody ever left it. Because I find time for people, I work with them, I address their personal problems. Those are very necessary in politics. It's a kind of a, what shall I say, it's a kind of a boarding school, you see, where you have to look after people. So if somebody comes suddenly and she's well abrasive, people are not used to it, and then people who are dreaming of becoming chief minister suddenly find somebody who is parachuted in. Yeah, I think the sequencing was wrong, but
could have been better.
Otherwise she was a first-class candidate.
But then what went wrong in Delhi? Is it, was it a referendum on the Modi government? People saying it's not, but you can't really avoid the blame.
Well, I'll tell you where we went wrong. And that was in failure to draw up a strategy to divert Congress vote to us. You see, if you look at the voting pattern, there is no real significant drop in BJP vote compared to, say, when Harshvardhan was leading it. The same 33-34%. What had happened is that the Congress collapsed.
And that went
and we should have foreseen that. And Congress actually deliberately committed suicide for the sake of defeating BJP, because the BJP is having a string of victories. They didn't want to have one more. And they sacrificed themselves for that sake.
Are you happy with the way the Modi government is functioning?
Well, no intellectual is ever happy with anything. I've been brought up in the academic tradition of being critical, looking at everything.
So, no academic critique of the government?
I certainly would like to have taken a much tougher line on Pakistan. Because I think, Pakistan it cannot improve. Because the civil society doesn't count for anything in Pakistan. It's really the ISI and the military and the Taliban. They are the three principal forces. And I am in touch with the civil society of Pakistan. They are very unhappy. And the ISI is up to no good. You see, even this nuns rape case.
You saying there's a Pakistan hand?
No, it's not. It was a Bangladesh Muslim crowd. But in my opinion, the ISI played a role in facilitating it.
Really? But
well, this is in your Sunday Guardian, Mr. Nalapad's article.
I saw his article.
And he is perhaps one of the best informed people in Delhi.
Yeah, in fact, Venkaiah Naidu and the government also seems
followed up. Yes, absolutely. They followed up and sort of indirectly confirmed it. Yes, if the truth comes out about that nun's rape, and whether the actual rape took place or not, but by the modern new definition, even touching a woman against her will is now constituted a crime of rape. So if the truth comes out, it's going to shock a lot of people. And certainly knock the bottom out of this thing that any event against the Christians or the Muslims, RSS must be behind it.
So there's a new thing that the ISI is behind it. But despite all this and what you're saying, the government also seems to know that there is ISI link. You tweeted against General VK Singh going to that Pakistan day.
Yes, I did.
The government still sent him and sent the general. You could have.
The government is to decide. I can only comment.
But government doesn't listen to Dr. Swamy.
I'm in the party. I'm not in the government. You see, and there is a fundamental difference in approach. Mine is take a hard line, withdraw this resolution that Jawaharlal Nehru filed in the UN, declare war, saying on Pakistan, saying that declare means don't go to war, but say we are in a state of war because Pakistan is an occupation of our territory. I'd like to see that hard line take place. But unfortunately,
Prime Ministers have to be a little
the Prime
cautious.
Minister has chosen another path, because I think he thinks he should be more like if he's brought a lot of congressmen into our party, first time congressman, Mr. Chowdhury from Haryana.
Jagdambika Pal.
Yeah, all kinds of people have been brought in without any probationary period. So that's his approach, and he is Prime Minister. So I mean, his word is final. But I would say that I'm a hardliner. I'm a hardliner on Hindutva. I want 370 to go. I want the Ram temple to be built.
Which is what brings me to this BJP PDP government.
Yes,
it's totally against all that you've been standing for. You stand for.
Well, originally when they told me about it, when I raised it with the people, the principal actors in this drama, they said no, Mufti has undergone a change. I told them that Mufti has very strong links in Pakistan and Dubai.
As subsequent events are proving.
And
there's
subsequent
no change.
events are proving. But they said no, he's a changed man. He's, you know, and you see, Mufti is also, when you meet him personally, he's a very suave character. You know, he's a smooth talker. You get. So I've known him for a long time. It's not that I don't know him.
So the PM and Amit Shah were taken in by Mufti.
I think we were definitely taken in. We thought this is a great experiment. Look, tell the whole world that Hindus and Muslims have got together in Kashmir. In principle, that's a very good thing. But it's unworkable, you see, because Kashmir, you are in effect changing the status quo. And that cannot, there are a lot of international interests which will not allow that.
But it seems the BJP has bent more than the PDP in this alliance.
No,
why were you so desperate to form the government?
I think the answer is not to withdraw support.
Okay.
The answer is that we should build up a case now for a president's rule and have about a year of president's rule with the army totally in charge. That is my opinion. There is a national executive meeting. But
are you going to bring it up on the national executive
well,
next week?
Unfortunately, I have to be in Britain addressing several meetings.
But not the Oxford.
Oxford, they cancel. I'm thankful to them.
Why did they cancel?
Well, you know, see, first of all, it was an academic lecture. I was to address as a professor of economics. I was going to speak on the Indian economy, comparing it to China. I found that boring, but our people said, no, it's very prestigious. The university has invited us. It's not some student group. But I knew that there has been a major change in the academic atmosphere in the Western world, because after the American economy collapse, they have literally depended on Arab countries for money, for research. And so they don't want to. Second is that many of our overseas students are essentially left-wing.
Yes.
And they don't want me to argue, because if I argue, I can't argue back. I'm a par excellence professor. So I'll take their point of view, ridicule it, and then put my point of view, which will look like logical. And you can see from my Twitter crowd, I mean, they are completely convinced. I've changed their total mindset. Many of them have given them alcohol. They get up at 4 a.m. in the morning. The parents have told me that you have transformed our children. So that is the thing that they are afraid of. And I was the best teacher at Harvard. And even when they deleted my course, it was not the economics department which said, you know, he doesn't do any teaching, he does. They said that the students have given rave review for him. But how can we not have him? What he writes in India, how is that concerned? But there's Amartya Sen, that crowd, you see, the lesbians, homosexuals, they're all against me because I'm a conservative. So they don't like it. So they're all ganged up. All right, to hell with you.
Okay, we need to take a short break, but we're going to come back and we're going to ask Dr. Swamy about the latest in the Sunanda murder case, about the National Herald case, and who else he's targeting now. So don't go away. Dr. Subramanian Swamy. Dr. Swamy, welcome back. And also, what's happening next in all the various cases that you started, the various fronts?
See, in the case of the National Herald, there were three institutions: Congress, Associated Journals, which published the National Herald, and this newly formed company called Young Indian. All three, the personnel is the same: Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi, Motilal Vora, Oscar Fernandez, Soman Dubey, Sam Petroda.
But they are arguing that Dr. Swamy is not a player in this. What is his concern?
Listen, that is
Kapil
Kapil Sibal's zero loss theory.
Zero.
A man doesn't apply his mind. He's doing it routinely. Fact is that this land, this building, these loans are all obtained from the government at concessional terms because it was
For the
publishing
associate.
newspapers. Now the young Indian says they will not publish newspapers. And Rahul Gandhi has given to one journalist by name J.P. Gopikrishnan in email that we have no intention of publishing newspapers, nor it is there in the memorandum of association.
So the intent for which the land was given at subsidized rates is not being followed.
It is, and it is being by cheating, it's not being followed. They knew very well.
Where is Rahul Gandhi? That's the other question I want to ask you.
Well, he first flew off to Thailand, tried Vipassana, which didn't gel with him. Then he flew to Spain. The last thing I heard maybe about a week ago was that he was in Barcelona.
What is he doing in...
Well, I think he is with his special friend whose identity I will not reveal because she is not in politics, but she is a Venezuelan citizen.
So he is taking a break from politics.
I don't think so. I think he has a fundamental problem with his mother. He
Do
wants.
you buy that argument?
Yes,
that
he
there
has.
is
He
two
has.
past
He has.
centers?
No. I know it for a fact. That family, I map it very closely because they are all the time pursuing me. So I have.
I think
to
it's
be-
because you are pursuing them. I don't know where the chicken and egg situation.
that's
How did
not
this
correct.
start?
This started with my conflict with these people.
Right.
I brought down the BJP government in 1999.
99.
99. And she was that time, she was invoking Rajiv Gandhi, for whom I have great weakness because he was a really good man. I miss
You
him
were
sometimes.
friends,
I miss him a lot because he was an extraordinarily nationalistic politician. He is the one who brought Ramayana and Mahabharat on serial in TV and transformed the whole mind. The Ram movement, certainly the organizational part was VHP, but that spark
Was Rajiv Gandhi.
was Rajiv Gandhi. And in fact, he even allowed the VHP to do Shilanyas.
That's it.
And he started his campaign in 1989 by saying, I will bring Ramarajya. You can see that in Faizabad he addressed a meeting and said so.
Right.
Anyway, so that weakness Sonia Gandhi exploited and said, you did this for my husband, bringing down VP Singh's government. So you must bring down the BJP government. And I was that time opposed to them. So it's my birthright to fight a government which I am opposed to. So I persuaded Jayalalitha to withdraw. Her ministers withdraw support. The government fell. The agreement was we'll form an alternative government. And she told me that she will not be a claimant for Prime Minister. But then I found the day we brought it down, she had gone to the President to say that she is taking claim.
For the Congress, she's
Now they say that. Listen, these lies they spread and your media swallows it. For instance, in 2004, she says that I had no intention of becoming Prime Minister. I can tell you, you please, if you have good friends in the NCP, go and ask them. Originally, NCP gave a letter of support saying we support Congress party to form the government. She got it done that it was reissued saying we support Sonia Gandhi for Prime Minister. Every letter of support in Mr. Dr. Abdul Kalam's office, which I personally saw, I mean I couldn't see every letter, but I saw the theme, says that we support Sonia Gandhi for Prime Minister of India. It's a lie. It's because she was legally incapable of becoming Prime Minister that she made an issue of it and media assisted her. That's all.
But she has a point.
Well, of course it's a point. It's always followed that. You betray me, then I won't let you down. I mean, won't let you till you're down.
Let you go. We are running short of time, but I can't let you go until you tell me about the latest in the Sunanda case. What is happening?
See, the testimonies given to the police by Tharoor has completely cooked his goose. The revelations that have come out in the IPL, if Tharoor doesn't, it's like Al Capone, he may not be convicted for murder, but Al Capone was convicted for income tax, you know that. Ultimately, the Americans could not find enough evidence to convict him murder, so they got him on income tax. So the same way on IPL, there's no escape. But there was somebody who ordered the assassination and had the influence to send people from Dubai to do it. That is the real question. Tharoor any day He is no escape. The question is, why is the police not taking him into custodial interrogation? There is a problem. He may break down and tell who actually did the killing, because he knows who did the killing.
He knows who ordered the killing
Yes.
of his own wife.
Who got it executed, yeah. And he is given such contradictory evidence. There is no escape. This case will never go into the dungeons of the archives.
But you are there to make sure.
I will ensure this, and I am waiting with a PIL ready. I have told the police, the day I feel that you are doing what you are doing in the last year of the UPA. The last year of UPA, the police, some of the policemen took money to hush up this case. We'll take care of that later. But here I am very clear that this is for a civilized society. We must get to the bottom of this.
Okay, I'm afraid I'll have to let you go.
Yes.
But thank you so much for talking to NewsX, and we'll see you again soon.
Yeah, sure. I'll ask my Twitter to get after you.
No, we'll come. Thank you so much.